Hi guys, I'm making this video because I want you guys to know that nobody's perfect, and whatever you're going through, it doesn't matter. That doesn't have to be your life. I know a lot of people that give up very easily due to certain circumstances that they've dealt with in the past, or past experiences or something like that, and it is hard to hear that people that you love a lot or care about have gave up because they feel like that's their only option, and it's not. I know people that have lived their entire lives not being happy, and that's not the way you want to live things. It's not my responsibility to judge people, and it's not my responsibility to force religion on anybody, but I do believe that if you need someone to talk to or whatever, but people on earth are not helping you, or they can't figure out what to say, that God or whoever you believe in will be there for you. And I know that I'm not the greatest person to give advice on things like this because I'm not necessarily the greatest person to give advice to people about certain topics, but because of my own actions. But the thing is, you have to realize that there is life after something that can happen, whether it's a car accident or, something like that. Doesn't matter what it is. I've got diagnosed with, I've had spinal bifida for 16, almost 17 years, and it's normal to me, but at the same time, I still struggle with a lot of things that come from it. Bullying being the main thing, but then again, you have to realize that there's nothing you can do about it. Bullying will probably never end. You have to accept that. But the only thing that you can do is pray about it and try to find hope. Your life was put into your hands, and whether you believe that or not is a total separate thing. But you need to realize that it doesn't matter who you are, where you've been, anything. I don't care what it is. You have to be the one to tell yourself you don't want to live this way anymore. I've had a lot of circumstances in my life that are not necessarily good, but you take it and you learn from it and you become a better person from it. You have the pencil and the paper in your hand. It's up to you to write your story. No matter if it's happy or sad or whatever. There's other ways that you can cope with things. There's other ways that you can go about solving different situations. It's not all up to you. You're not alone in any situation, no matter what you think that you are. You're not alone, and I want you guys to know that. I think a lot of it has to do with social media, and the reason I say that is because a lot of people look up to people that are proclaimed as being perfect or whatever to social media, whether it's body image or anything, and that's not the case. A lot of times, a lot of people look at the people like that and they're like, well, they compare themselves, and I've done it myself, so I know how it is. But you have to realize that you cannot do that, because all that's going to do is cause your self-confidence to go a lot lower than it should. I understand that there's a lot of people that have issues, and I understand that, but at the same time, no matter what you do, you can't expect something to come out of your life good when you don't try anything, when you just sit there and you give up for no reason. It's not going to help you. It's not, and I want you to realize that I'm here for anybody that needs help, but you can't help those that don't want to be helped. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink. And you have to realize that and nobody's life is perfect, and you have to realize that, and you have to accept that. And before you do that, in order to have a, chance at life at all, you have to realize that and accept that. And until you do that, you're not really going to have much of a life, because you're going to think about all the things that people have said to you, or all of the things that you find wrong with yourself because you judged yourself for so long. And I can sit here and tell you over and over that, resorting to whatever you want to resort to help with your situation is wrong, but you have to believe that. I can't tell you what's right and what's wrong according to your situation, because I'm not in the situation. But from my own experiences, I've tried to help people, and that's all I want to do. Is if I can help one person with my story, then that's pretty good in my book. I don't sit here and tell you guys my story, and I don't sit here and try to help people just to get sympathy or to get attention or anything like that. I do it because I feel like it's the right thing to do. I don't want to sit here and know that somebody has killed themselves or whatever, hurt themselves, whatever, and I could have done something about it. Whether I've known you for 5 seconds or for 5 years, doesn't matter to me. I'm going to help you any way that I can. Whether that's talking to you or helping you get help or whatever the case may be. I'm just not going to sit there and let anybody hurt themselves or whatever they're doing to themselves and not do anything about it, because I don't feel that's right, and I feel like that's just making the situation worse, because it makes them feel like they're even more alone than they thought they were in the first place. But you're not alone, and you never will be. There's plenty of other people that go through the exact same circumstances, the exact same situations that you do, and they have found other ways to help them. But it's up to you to run your own life. It's up to you to realize that this isn't the life that you want, and only you can fix that for yourself. Nobody can do it for you. We can be there to support you, but ultimately it's your decision. So, but you don't have to do it alone. I thought I did for years, but you don't. You don't have to do this alone. Plenty of people have gone through the same thing, and they will help you any way that they can. So I hope this video kind of shed some light on how to help yourself and things like that. But yeah, I don't really know what the purpose of this video was, but I just thought that needed to be said. So